are the side effects of drugs now? What are the side effects of drugs now? What are the side effects of drugs now? What is the cost involved? In Angrona de Mameno, do say na de mame. How many days? A drop bay in our de mame.
My name is IT Powers, aka what can. If able to she okay. Keep watching ASEDA TV. ASEDA Television is the best television. It's the best television in Ghana and the world. Try and watch it. Yeah.
ASEDA Television.
Inspiring Africa.
Mama kwa baba ASEDA Television. Mwamu ni mse ASEDA die. Yakofo mo abene mo kwage ewo nimdie mu ewo haban ene yalese mu ne ade mo aba ha ne ya pensem nyoma bi e haw yale bi e haw fie na wo so tifie a wo se me yale die metumi aso ano ana nyoma bi wo ha obetumi aya wo so betumi dia so so wo yen se man de ye ba be ye so wo yale ni na ko hospital a emra ben ena e bata ho nyen na e se wo ye I mean the right, responsibility, and the safety measure of a patient. And yan say me yan dan ya hona se ba. Yani me doctor kukudam, your friend BENCARE, on the so pay the BENCARE na. I mean my friend doctor. Yan dan ya say ba, you pay introduce your guest. Na ene na twetwen ko. Beda wase se unyamre etwen se yenko yembra na ye no woso etwetwen komo na ne be koso bi adoro dog be kire ye no adawro ma
ya me ase
se yetu ma okwan kra na onyom gode dey out bia no outfit no de enye easy yetu ma okwan kra na utumi bubo mo amoma outfit na at least ade was at least be ma almost omodwuma na akwanim yes bisa weekend ye na koi
weekend in Yamadum as usual. Ghana there were a lot of issues. Have to attend this, attend that, but so far so good. The Yamias say a tier for me for in house so here. The time with BENCARE, the Yamias
and then na aso na last week yeah no ekotren ha pa kofo say unim kasa na wa no so yewuam and then you say about the right of a patient you see the right of a patient that you say o yale kwa na ko hospital a wo akwan bibre na ibisa say akwan no betumi a chechire mu the right of a patient. So what is the right?
Wow. So before we even start, was soon for near Shafo in a wife and so. Senior my wife na copy design is the brand. Wow, more palm cram is anymore. It's my wife that works hard to make me look good.
Okay.
So thanks to my beautiful wife.
Great.
Yeah. So now I see a share patient rights. So we are actually looking at patient rights, responsibilities, and then patient safety.
Okay.
It is Oyare and also BB Yare. And I said, whatever the reason is now called hospital settings and as a health facility. Do you have rights there? Do you even have some responsibilities? And do you have some safety protection or things that protects you? Then it is our education when you're because I'm not, even here, or hospitals or crime, sometimes we share treatment. Your patients need be a firm and some attitudes be within the health sector. No, and health work and do baby and was around. And be most in those which means patients now can the rights or hospital home and I say certain privileges are or hospital setting.
Also enjoy one.
Because workers now we are there to serve you, the client or the patient. Now the entire frame of patient near say hospital or the patient, but to be also patients and your mobile. Near the trebaco, giddy. So when you never see who patients now are or rights and our responsibilities, and then collectively, how do we ensure your safety there? It's your car right now. They are basically guidelines or policies are ethically and legally. They to a said they bear compassionate care.
Okay.
And then you get fair care. You understand? The care should be compassionate and it should be fair.
Fair. Okay.
Said they bear young care yade ma na so hwa ye hwe on yanka so o asimesi asantini asimesi dagati ni nti
so okay ni hwe
dagati ni ye sen de oya asantini atwate de meka
na na asimesi esikeni asimesi ohie
ana we broni we bibini nti say ana say atwate ma so all these things are there yade general and we picked it and I say it's drawn from the human rights, the national human rights system from the constitution. But what I say, so Oba Hospital will be a very patient charter.
Okay.
This a patient charter know the rights and then the responsibilities of the patient.
Okay.
It's a car patient writer. It is basically Marabi and I say she be a dahonma a share doctors and nurses no be biara or handle no na wetina show infant njimu biara no biara say obu animtia bi ana obi yim ahwe dabi send the ya obi biara abeba ho biara no we take care of you at the same level at your sanity.
Okay, what we are touching me sometimes you know nurses for no asafem obi wa let we go. I mean, say, what can we do hospital? Oh, no. Or even casa cabet to Yama. I scratch me abba.
Yes.
Now, yeah, cancer, no, because what are the basic rights? Onto our right to power, but you're near basic. The best basic ones, no, Obu, my
okay, so let's start from this angle. Hospital on in fact said them didn't can and now nurse for no but because mostly nurses never more closer to the patient. Yes. First point of call. You know, my background, I came from a nursing background. I started as a nurse. I understand what you mean. Though some of your nurses need to know excesses be done. I say we take advantage because the person is there for us to take care of the person. You whom is any panic aqua. Assign a movie. I mishandle some of our patients, which is wrong. Until we assign to women also possible to nurse, you know. Those who say patients know right at least. We should also now start knowing say patient has rights.
Yeah, some rights.
Who handle the because you see, patient need to sue nurse me.
Oh, of course.
Yes, you can sue a nurse. You can sue the facility itself.
Wow.
So you say, Oko hospital now say will be quickly refer to your rights. Right to be so you have the right again to sue the person or to call for redress or to report the person to the management
authorities.
Yes.
Okay.
Management will take disciplinary action against that
particular
person. As if you say you've been maltreated, please don't let it just
slide.
Either you iron it out with the person, let the person understand that you know your right. So remember we all here.
Okay.
See, when you are at home, a diligent nurse will apologize and then we'll move on. So what can also now as a idea nipa na offer, report the person to the management and as the seniors on
authority. Okay,
will deal with it.
Okay.
Now let's look at some basic rights. I want to read it for us because this one is a document, so I will not want to just be talking out of my head. I believe some questions will be coming.
Yes.
So some of the basic rights we have: right to receive clear and understandable information about your health and treatment.
Okay.
So you, the patient, you have the right to receive clear, understandable information about your health and treatment. So anyway, at that, when a patient business and say, "Oh, me pacho, then the now don't worry, and I bukra musum ha agendo. Yan na me catch a then I bit my family, and I say, "Oh, doctor no, doctor no ba no obisa no." No, it's your right. You have to know.
Who are there? So can't tell me say
yes.
Say the yemi.
Good.
Maybe you see I'm technology abi. You can acquire lab. You can ni am okay. Me say ko doctor. Kwasi. To there. If you doctor, but call around but now the card ko give you. And now we need health status. We need be
good.
Because you ko do.
Yes.
There say I need them computer so.
Yes.
The file so the file doctor,
great. You are really speaking the mind of our patients. Because some of them express it.
Yes.
Because you see, because of computer banking, I'm for that more being now. Our system also. Our system also. But the truth of the matter is, you have the right to receive clear and understandable. Men here, my nurse me and our doctor me use terminologies. Oh, gastroenteritis. Now we're gonna trust her. It is your right to know exactly in simple language. Also, it shows a gastroenteritis. Now, I see it say. But what I say, and I will learn also. Baby, I could do me that and so I was so moan. If you want my answer, the information is patient. Meanwhile, information the patient will be free. Into doctor and nurse, I would see you. Would you see the side? So we don't, we the nurses and then doctors and we don't have that right to keep that information for ourselves. Those situations are able to make people have information every patient. But not very common issues here. Your man
you keep it from page. I don't pay you to see any good. And I'm a boy.
See, there were instances because we're adults, and I think going forward, I will explain some of those things.
Okay.
So when you're a certain age, if you are an adult, we do have the right not to disclose your information to even your relative. This is one
okay.
One can say doctor, into a hospital. Now you are doctor now nurse. Any to me says a woman or choir or book or young lady and now count or put within 170 extra winner. Because sometimes the hospital will be hospital who be feeling. Now or young lady can
feed that. Which is annoying.
Yes.
Yes, and can do that level.
Yes. So all these things in higher education. So that one is there. Then we have another one. So right to make informed decisions about your care. Into care no cry a day man. And people who go hospital, yeah, true. Or panier, or your lab way, or you see, whom we. But I say, are you even willing to do that? So say, I say,
who can't tell
me? Not sure much me. At the corner, then, you decide information near then. As soon as I saw AS, then let car ASM, there be no nurse in the Rutria. I was only in this common. Now, make us I, Matthias, Mayor. So all these things we need to have something, we call it
Good.
Now we have another one, to basic one, say a friend, right to privacy and confidentiality of medical records.
Okay.
Right to privacy and confidentiality of medical records. Ebi na make say ebi one ma we other hospital no na oyare no edufi and our village no yate o asimesi kwa ya say tuberculosis o ya say the kidney na say o ya say HIV
and okay sa we nyina no nti se me find out na anso me boa betumi asiu doctor na say betumi take legal action.
Yes, you can seek for legal redress.
Okay.
Yes, you can take the hospital on, you can take whoever you think did that. This you can take the whole facility on because the person works in the facility.
Sure.
And now which map report it to facility or managers. No my friend, nurse and midwife and whoever
is in charge
that communication without your consent. No matter taking disciplinary action. Because your disciplinary processes
okay.
You say Dr. Nina on Sheffield, so she be
okay.
You to lose the license because of some of these things. But what I said, as part of the training, see those things into privacy. I said, young said, them are a consulting room and I would not see the woman pania. And you can say, before
okay.
What I say. And you can so before for even said take care of me, be a dressing me crew, and I said, ye be a and you can say, be a tree and shampoo. Do you understand? Until I said, screen, you will be a friendly screen. This is a chair, a cat, or said, you call hospital, and I said, yeah, be a many building me and walk on anything they want to do, they don't even care whether people are watching or not.
They speak anyhow. When I don't know when I'm in war, and don't know house for that.
It's wrong. Until as was some protect you at that side. And now information so what of food communications are okay catch you and you can almost catch you. It is a man and a doctor. Now say what open up. I can't change you. Ebi amene obi dia obi kushia wa here beach and na menene bae eno achi no medwonso a mehu se be no mu ya me ya anase me hu meja e wo den me ka we chi wo doctor na nurse ni na se o ko catch obi ana onu obi even one oyonko doctor ni go without my knowledge and as students who's a medical student and then nurses what the sound information we do in common and I will check and then program without my consent is wrong.
Which means you.
Yes.
Okay.
What I say. So some of these are basic and then we have the right to consent or refuse treatment.
Okay.
And I make and see a person more treatment be also no do common out here and some the amount.
Because the one that's what put with
one here minimum right. Say you take his action and I am outside treatment too. And you have the right to refuse. You have the right to refuse treatment at the hospital.
Okay.
And the fact said, one hospital now, or when doctors, or when nurses, or specialists, or then, and just so be to my force.
Okay.
That's I say. It is even treatment here started. That's a good but now I said, well, one person over to us will be my. You have the right to say something. It is even your operation. Let's say your process could do there. I was say a book theater. That's why I say, "May Felisa Mayer operation will be ma." You have the right to say you will not do it.
Okay.
So what I say.
Okay.
Yes. So all these things are some of it, and then you have the right to emergency care regardless of ability to pay.
Okay.
And then we SC our hospitals be brave. We see about show be by be accident. It be a be in a tunnel. The building do you say kutia or you folder. In this guy on home, and as we are then about no name the baby, and then the about no scamming home. Yes, it's in this guy the
baby tina.
If you will say the panel and as the BB says here, you can sue the facility.
Okay.
The what's the name? the medical professionals are
okay.
Recently, I think there's an issue here. One hospital in the central region, I don't know, say Cape Coast, say Winnipeg, Umubako, Ama Umuja patient view abonting, Emma Hope of Bass, Emma Cecilia, refer case Nama, I think Attorney General.
Okay, but who's out where you can't about hospital, you be maybe.
Ama Cecilia, they are going to punish or they are going to take on some medical professionals are no more duty. So, we are stopping or you file your grievance. Just say, or you file your grievance. Just say, I dare young and say, no, that we are right to say, over complaining and now over sue and now the call for redress. The company for any more my day. Or my panaso and now say, or my addresses are issue. Until all these things are your basic right. And also, but these are the basic ones.
Once, yes,
I think going for some questions will come.
Okay. That's the basic rights. Yes, as a patient at one hospital. What must ye? Wait, Tina Supremo. Now, command nurse in do to say, now we are not cool, be now we are the servant, be we are the house girl, be after not do hospital. We do all these things happen. BENCARE say you can readdress or take action. Doc, all can say you take action every day. Maybe so say me take action. That's how normal way now call for one hospital. Maybe I'm a person may take action. Can I choose my health care provider?
Yes, you can. When I do. In our hospital, and you have the right to choose which hospital you want to go. I believe you as I said, Mefia, now me hospital or as I circular. There are a lot of hospitals on the way, but I choose my hospital now circular. BENCARE Health Center.
Okay.
Before I say we do BENCARE Health Center, hospitals be brave and our health facilities be brave. But who choose say so the same way as I call BENCARE Health Center, that's all that treatment you're doing now. And that's how I handle BENCARE Health Center. And I know fair, you have that same right again to say, tell BENCARE Health Center, say, I am not satisfied with your care, so I want to go to a different facility. BENCARE Health Center have no right to say no, they will not allow you to go.
Okay.
You have the right to choose your own health provider, and then even at BENCARE Health Center, you have the right to choose which doctor, which nurse should handle you.
Okay,
yes. Most of our people don't know, but say okay hospital, so who feel say nurse ni way how are you in Yamano? You have the right to tell them say nurse I want this nurse to pay
this less. Okay.
You have that right. And I also as a doctors never as a 2-3 or duty now experience and I said the what who feel say no we person on the handle me we not me you have the right to request for that.
Okay.
And it is the it is incumbent on the facility to provide that services for you unless maybe I will be a person or handle other things the problem the same level of care until all the animals are care say or man now feel say and now power the best of him. But what am I say? Yes, so you have the right to choose the facility you want to go, and then you have the right to choose which medical professional, nurse, doctor, whatever should be on handle. And therefore, say what about hospital? Internet can make BENCARE and was a show. So one person may make BENCARE and a show. Now say I can help us. You have the right to say I can help me. BENCARE that be mention me. And that's the hospital. That's one person more fair. Hospital no. Refer and therefore so say on the case we refer for 37 wa bra we be akolebi na person wo so what I say no more show unless they can explain and convince you say services are a person ukodi 37 no ukokolebi a services.
Okay.
But say they cannot force you to go to 37 when you feel you
want to go to college.
Yes, so you can choose your own health provider.
Okay.
So which might choose?
You choose your health provider idea. Maybe so. What is informed consent?
Informed consent. So you can't inform consent. I said, you jail. Now, what dream be ho. Now, what do you choose and I make you choice. Do you understand? So it's a consent. Consent is a one permission. You've consented. You've agreed.
Okay.
Say when you then say program then you do common no say enne at this time member and then baby, you understand? And I assurance say member. So it was an informed consent. It was not forced. So as I said, it is sign here the court the healthcare system more. Say the money you say malaria treatment. I was say then they involved in the treatment of some malaria now
and now we crown side effects. We'll
get there. You have to explain all these things.
Okay.
What are the side effects of drugs now, Mameno? What is the cost involved? In Angola, the Mameno. Do you say now, the Mammy? How many days? A drop bay in our old mammy. What I say? What are the details of procedure now carrying on our treatment? Which say we know in a simple language, I mean, Matias, and tis a mental of what she will move a casa Matias and you old doctor and a nurse and you over come of focus, you know, terminology, and this is then now you shoot medical terms. I can say that is not where you use those terminologies. You explain it with simple English. Now, Matias, we are jamming on me from the pay and decide to say, yes, Matias. I'll go on with the treatment, and I say I will not take that treatment. But what I say, yes, it is a informed consent. That is basically providing the necessary information about procedure and treatment. Then you allow the patient to do what? To agree or refuse on his own decision.
Okay.
You understand? Except say be a patient, you know, said you prove say or I don't take decision. We are based on good logic. But even with that, you know, your criteria, you just say they decide Emma. That's what I said.
Okay. And one another question, maybe so say me a patient in my hospital. Now me to making my own healthcare decision. Then portray na mobile. None of them so what they go explain it.
Okay.
Say more criteria is we are to make cardinal France or to decide. Even though crown or yes, I will. Now the say, how is my privacy protected?
Yes, so I think when we are mentioning the basic rights, we mentioned your privacy need to be protected. Now, your privacy have to do both your physical privacy, but your exposure. People should not have that access to your body or this thing because your body is your private property. So even me as a doctor, say me be work panier, ever say me work to panier. I cannot just come and say that you're down on the work panier. My buttocks is a private part.
Okay.
You understand? So
you need to be protected.
Now, but my whole man said a man for even while the over you should excuse me. You understand? Yes, we are not down on the walk. No. You understand? And see, now medical records and so see your private records. So hospital I food that we giant food and now information the whole beard who said condition when you actually to food and so it is wrong. So your information should be protected or lab results or be about you
should be confidential.
Nobody have the right to have knowledge of your information. and the law protects you. So if you listen, or might disclose information be to be, and no one now see I say even on yere and now who o papa o mame, let's say your condition once I'm bra, we want the right state of mind. I want right to decide. And I say anyone come on my one penalty car. No doctor or nurse or whoever have the right to disclose that information. Yes.
Okay, so being to mean discloses Sabia. Now, me can't church is see and more technology high. You no longer deal with folders. For me to even have my folder sit at one corner and start reading what my sickness entails or what is wrong with me, can I have access to my medical records?
Yes, you can have access to your medical records.
Explain, because now digitalized. What I say, who put a card, who boy, and I'm one man. Now, doctor, no one had no so I really do. No, you have happened to church here or so pharmacy without giving you any counseling or anything so ever. Say, the doctor,
yes, so the information is your information. One hospital only information.
Okay.
So I don't know why Santa do be a patient, a nurse, and a midwife, and a caretaker be about unknown information. Then now, I say, Wabusu, I didn't know Ubusa. Oh, don't worry, we'll talk about it later. And I say, oh, your man, a quite seven come once. I mean, sometimes it's like, really, maybe say, issue now, if you say, very serious issue, or kind of straight, you cannot feel alarmed. You should find a nice way to communicate it. That's what I say. Into information, you know, no patient you can request for your information.
Okay.
You can even request for your folder. You can request to review your own records. We need to go through our records. So we identify error B and now omission B and now being well right about information now. You can draw the attention of the facility to change it.
Okay.
Because it's your records.
Okay.
It is a because one doctor and who can be now share records now how I'll come and yes and a doctor and a now. You can call for a correction because Seba the assembly near the folder na a quarter the room no original swaka. It is a old patient who name the doctor natural. That's a good court and our problem be abanai tina be a cochimba. There doctor how a doctor no true yes and I come. At that time it's too late for you the patient to even say yes and the kind.
Okay.
Yes, so it's incumbent on you to even ask your doctor or nurse what your information is about or what records they have in your folder.
Okay.
Whether it is electronic or it is on paper, you have the right to know it.
Okay.
See about see about pen drive to Namo, see about sending email.
You have the right
for it. It is hard about if you have to go to hospital, you say or lab results, they are sending. Doctor and a doctor no system
which is appalling.
Fine, now technology is what it helps to fasten things and know with papers and things, but if you need it, you the patient you need it, you can request for it.
But sometimes you are right to say sometimes you are say you need the treatment and the doctor has finished, go for your medicine and go. What is wrong with the we don't have time.
Yes, you cannot say you don't have time. You can never tell me you don't have to.
I remember my son, the small one, got sick. Around 12 a.m., we rushed into one of the hospitals. I won't mention them.
That's good.
When we got there, they were like, go, we don't have bed. Go here, we don't have bed. We knew you don't have bed, but you allow us to go and take lab. We went and do lab. You're taking money from us. After the lab, when we got to your place, you say you don't have bed. So you should take the child to different hospital.
So that is I mean that is not correct. I mean, if you don't even have bed, depending on the situation, you can initiate the treatment at least to stabilize the patient. However, when the person came, if you think it is not that critical or it is not an emergency situation and genuinely you don't have bed, then there and then you tell them to go to the nearest facility or you direct them to where to go. You don't let them go through your process. You pay monies for consultations, go for lab tests. It means
So when we got there, they made us pay for card.
yes.
We pay for the card. After the card was issued, we use the card to go and do some payment at the, but I don't know if the accountant or accounting. After we did, they say we should go and do lab. Then they will go. After we finish the lab, we take the child to the children ward. They say there's no bed. That was why I got pissed off. I wanted to speak, but my wife.
Yes.
It was like the exercise patient.
Yeah.
So I went back and I said, so what do you do? After paying for the lab and so if you can sit in plastic chair, we'll start medication. Is it allowed? Is you okay?
So you see, generally, our facilities are having problem when it comes to this bed issue. So I think we've heard of this no bed syndrome. You see, our country, because we have misplaced priorities in our country. Niyama was investing in and now you're spending money on. No, we don't do that. We rather throw the monies in things that have much benefit to the general public. But we pray that things will
Get better
for all of us. So anyway, so whatever the situation is, as we are saying, after records, any information needed, you have the right to request for it, and the facilities should give it to you.
No. What a change now all the treatment are a cost. So should I ask for my cost of treatment? Do I have to know the cost of do I have that right?
Yes. And America, even from the beginning, they should explain to you the cost involved
before I even start.
Yes, that should have been the situation. So for instance, maybe at the beginning you have to take a card, you have to do labs. So all these things you have to let you understand. So consultation, see cost too. So the lab, depending on the kind of lab,
why we are not
also. See, I bet you what to a day a higher GC. So I say you have to tell you all this so that you know. Say, even some facilities was certain additional maybe a young mother and also can natural. It is a bill in the banner who was so say you've been informed and you agreed. But one can now feel later, bill banana maybe was so not and taste. I can let you know that you never pre-informed me about this, so I don't have the money to pay.
So I think,
and you can't do anything to me because you never told me about this thing. But one thing I also say is that it's not just straightforward. Sometimes certain decisions or certain things should be done, which even the doctor didn't know you needed, but maybe your results came and will necessitate that.
Okay.
However, if you are conscious, that's they should let you know. So, a cost to say. So, what I say, I'm not saying, to one, so I say, a day, a castle in the room, a mother, I say, in a course, and yes, I make us Modiana board, engineer, mamma, may I know they are blaming. But you don't tell me so. I had a force to say, hospital, and we knew at the baby. So, some of those things, as a business
mind now
overshadow, so that are some of the issues. So you have the right to request for your listing.
Okay, we are having the right to request, and sometimes I wanted to get back, but whilst we are talking, I want to wait. Sometimes when you get to the hospital, I think the card is different for you to get your details before they start processing. But going for lab, they won't tell you. Going for medicine, they won't tell you. They will go there and they will ask you to pay this amount. Yeah. And it's marvelous. So all these things, if you want to take action, is it necessary, or you let go because you want to? Sometimes you want your health to be okay, so you let go and focus on your health.
Yeah, so that is our problem. So I didn't say, oh, I didn't make a can, and I said, maybe the idea I show me. I show cry na me plan to me because nurse for you see, one thing we should know is you being a patient, you know, in the hospital, no, the hospital is not doing you a favor. It's a service they are provided, and you pay for that service.
Wow.
So even if you are using insurance, the hospital will take the money from government, or even if it is private insurance, that insurance company will pay them. So it shouldn't look like, oh, so we are the final decision making people.
Entity.
Into who say, yeah, cancer lab, now Shana lab, no. Only one say, you have the right to speak out. If you are lab near 200 cities, there's a sky crime your hand again. Like a meeting, my bubbles, and it's my oh, dog. You see, someone new, lab motion be and yet two agents. Can we suspend those ones so that we do the agent and then we proceed? When maybe I get money, and I said, is it possible I can go and do the last attempt, maybe a cheaper,
okay?
I mean, standard facility.
Okay,
you understand? You can do that, and your force say, what about the hospital? You know, engineer can be because my hospital provides it. No, I was saying, so me feel say one misicant into minimum lab be the only thing is say when you go and do the whole patient, you take responsibility for that.
Okay,
you understand? Because the results are the banner and you're correct. Doctors in there no also no meeting at their show.
Okay,
you understand? It is results in your correct norm the show. Now problem we are bad. They will use that report to defend themselves because you didn't agree to do it at their facility.
Okay.
So wherever you brought your report from, if they use it and anything happen, your case.
Okay, BENCARE, I want us to conclude because of the time factor. I think we are chopping into our time. So I want you to answer, can I have a family member present doing care? And then when you are done with this questioning, you give us your conclusion, and then I think then your number.
Yes, so yes, we have something we call treatment supporter. And so, for instance, if I go to the hospital and I feel, or personally, I want my relative or my wife to be around when they are taking care of me, why not? Provided that person's presence does not interfere with the work they are doing. You understand? Maybe they are going to do a procedure and my wife also have to come and start interfering with things and stuff. That one they can explain to me. Say, oh, because of A, B, C, D,
I want
to this is the problems a bit the best say ma should be a little distant. Otherwise, you have the right to have a family member closer or present if you want. Do you understand? But family member and I say we're down for our down on also be right to say baby I castle on Macano, but sometimes you're in the hospital, in the office, can room or whatever. Then you see say a down for our baby job now on it. Yàrá fún ní room wọn bá bẹ jẹ kùnà àtúnṣe ọkàṣù tie some of them obeja but or for information no they could do nkọmọ nti yẹn nso ẹyà yẹ kọ hospital náà ní yàtàmù bí akẹkẹ náà lẹdi ẹkyi wọn hwẹ ni yà ọbẹkọ akọfọ information they could do nkọmọ na ẹkyinà bi no gbẹwò sẹ information ẹnam abọnten ntumi sẹ ẹkyẹ wọn ní ní problem ketewa bi a no a broadcast. So hospital na doctor ni say condition we. And now say na
formatization I didn't want that.
It is also say obi a one ne kɔ no enye wapɔmuden ho nsɛm nyinaa na abɛpɛ so ɔbɛte a the person have to sit outside or excuse.
Okay.
Now ya kika we nyinaa wie no me by concluding I will want to let us read some of the other so the better you na ahwefo you can go online and Google for what we call patient charter or patient rights. Okay. We've talked about privacy to consultation, examination, treatment. It is a your examination, or trust scan or your lab also provided privacy, confidentiality. Some may know edin komobi and hospital information, new point set be a day. And because you come up into crown fine for Chiradia, there be there our class. We are not, and I as soon as secret by the home and my band and I are one so now the problem when a man is wrong. Procedures for complaints, dispute and conflict resolution shall be explained to the patient. The patient, say oba o hospital hospital na say dey so omo chiro mi say ye bibi na say obonyo so a for number we na report man na say for office we kwa dey obisa na call report here but hospital be omo nye sa so what I say now exemption facilities if any shall be made known to what patient it is omo hwana nearby be hospital o any kwan say use a ebi depending on oyare no ntimi use facilities be of hospital honoma or so mo here or so mo catch now you also have the patient is entitled to personal safety and reasonable security of property within the confines of the institution. Mpempi no be so be o call so say yakoria the phone hospital the way the say my pack me car me ko buy na ebu the hospital or the health facility have that responsibility to ensure say you are safe, your property within the confines of that facility or institution are what protected. But you know why I say the tax one show near so obi be far phone no then one for ma say a kokota ntimi nka say because I say my bound fee and I say me wo studio has here na ebia bibia to me you cannot say because you are in charge of this place it is a me ba that's me phone abera and na bibia the talk every wa has here have to take responsibility supposed to be held responsible until you pray the hospital na say you do responsibilities now also our responsibilities you can answer in our next question but the hospital has that this thing to protect you and your property that's what I say so all these things are part of so you get the patient rights and read and those are about 12-14 depending on which country you are you understand what we are saying is that you the patient who are rights what I say, who are DB, and I said you are entitled. You are say hospital no, and make sure say near be or my yama. Okay, you understand? It is a near man. You can say information. You can say hospital no, and that means also more and information. So one can say and can't you be? You can say a catch you. Okay, it is there's need to find information. You understand? So all the rights we've mentioned, your right to privacy, your right to know the cost involved, the right to refuse. So hospital no maltreatment, we now pay you mal, but like I said, you understand? So all these things are your right. The young who are right, said they are open hospital, now so they infringe on a right. You can do what? You can speak out. Okay. You understand? You can speak out. Say the because most of our people go through very, very bad treatment in some of our hospitals. If you want they are very professional. If you want their doctors and nurses, they are frustrations or You understand? You have rights, and you should ensure that your rights are what? Protected and respected. The next time we shall be looking at the responsibilities. In as much as you have the rights, you also have responsibilities, because rights goes with what? Responsibilities. Nti basi ahase. Nti BENCARE said we do public education, creating awareness, screenings, trainings, and all kind of health consultancy services. And I said, oh, problem here, you can pick my number and call. We also have a page we call the Knowledge is Power Community. There we educate for free. So some of this content we are doing here, we put it there so that people can also do what? Listen later. You can share the information through the ASEDA media platforms, and then through YouTube and all other handles. BENCARE, we are always available. We give training, sonography training. Those who have the license and think they need some training to better their skills, we are available. And then all manner of trainings, you just get to us. And then if you want to sponsor or collaborate with BENCARE or sponsor any program on ASEDA Television, you can collaborate. You can pick the numbers that run through our programs under the scrolling bar, or you can call BENCARE too for whatever the collaboration and sponsorship you want. Then we'll pick it up from there. So BENCARE, my number is 02499 76 159 02499 76 159. So all what we are saying is that make sure you read and understand your rights. Those that you don't understand, call me now. I'll explain to you. If you go to a facility and you feel you went through a certain treatment and you don't like it, call me and explain. I will let you understand whether and how you should address it. What I said. Yes, so we are preaching wellness together, and we are saying that your health is your wealth. Thank you so much, and God bless all our viewers. BENCARE, I love you all. Thank you.
BENCARE, thank you for the time spent with ASEDA Television. We are always grateful for the service you always render, and the teachings you always give to our audience. We really appreciate that. This is where we've gotten to. The next episode will be Sunday. Take good to it. That is the responsibility of patients. So if you are here, you are sick, you are watching us, you are not even sick, and you want to go and do even a checkup in the hospital, you have responsibilities. So after watching this, make sure you subscribe and be part of the family so that everything concerning your health will be checked on this ASEDA Television with BENCARE. Thank you for the time spent with us. This is where we'll end. Next week, same time, same station. Our word is Pia.
ASEDA Television.
Inspiring Africa.